Young people have little experience and act rashly. They do not believe the experience of older people and thus suffer disadvantages. Meditative concentration means being in control and not being disturbed by the environment. In the Buddha name chanting method, it is one mind undisturbed, which is a pure mind. Wisdom is rational and not the same as mundane intelligence. When one has wisdom, one will not make any mistakes when interacting with people and engaging in tasks. The statement, "I will constantly practice the 6 paramitas of giving, precept observation, patience, diligence, meditative concentration, and wisdom," talks about the 6 perfections. The first 5 are about cultivation. When one cultivates according to the methods and principles, wisdom will naturally be uncovered. How does one know when one's wisdom is uncovered? It can be seen in one's daily life. These 6 are the norms for the daily behavior of a bodhisattva. When wisdom is present in giving, one will practice giving without being attached to the act of giving. And 3 wheels are essentially empty. This is wisdom. In observing the precepts without attachments to form, one naturally conforms to the standards of the precepts. When wisdom is present in one's activities, in patience, in diligence, and in meditative concentration, the same applies. This way one will truly be able to leave suffering behind and attain happiness. For those sentient beings who are not yet awakened, I will help them attain awakening. For those who have not been in contact with Buddhism, we should find ways and opportunities to introduce Buddhism to them. For those who do not understand Buddhism, we should find ways and opportunities to help them understand Buddhism. For those who are awakened, I will help them attain Buddhahood. For those who have learned Buddhism and aspire to quickly achieve in their practice, we should teach them the Buddha name chanting method to help them achieve in one lifetime. Rather than making offerings to sages as countless as the Ganges sands, I would perseveringly and courageously seek proper enlightenment. This sentence is very important. Many people in this world seek good fortune. They make offerings every day in order to get good fortune, longevity, and wealth. The Buddha said that it is better to have firm aspiration and confidence and courageously and diligently seek rebirth in the Western Pure Land. When one is reborn in the Western Pure Land, one will attain Buddhahood in one lifetime. The good fortune from making offerings to Buddhas and Bodhisattvas is tremendous. But not only can we not make offerings to a Buddha or a Bodhisattva today, we cannot even meet an arhat or a stream enterer. The offerings we can make are only to the images of Buddhas or Bodhisattvas. Is it possible to accrue any good fortune by making offerings to these images? It depends on how we go about making offerings. The offerings are symbolic. The flowers offered to a Buddha image symbolize cause. Just as a plant blooms first and then bears fruit, fruit symbolizes effect. The flowers offered serve to remind us to have belief vow and mindfully chant the Buddha name. This is cultivating the cause. Attaining rebirth in the Western Pure Land in the future and being close to Amitabha Buddha is the effect. Making offerings in this way will bring good fortune. The simplest offering is a glass of water. Water serves to remind us to maintain a mind as pure, as impartial, and as tranquil as water, without the slightest dust, pollution, or ripple. Lamps offered symbolize light. Our minds should be as just and as honorable. We should help others even at our expense. The lamps offered should be oil lamps. The burning of oil represents sacrificing oneself to illuminate others. This is great compassion. Today light bulbs are used, and this symbolic representation of the oil lamps is hardly seen. Therefore, these things seen in a Buddhist cultivation center are educational in nature and serve to remind the practitioners of the Buddha's teachings at all times. But today, many people forget the true meaning of the offerings. They use the offerings as a way to fawn on or to ingratiate themselves with Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. A true gentleman in this mundane world would not accept any flattery, let alone Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Hence, we must understand the true meaning of making offerings. Excerpt 11. I will constantly use compassion to uproot the misery of sentient beings and to awaken the boundless beings who are suffering. Constantly refers to time, and boundless refers to space. Time and space cover all manner of beings. Amitabha Buddha, out of great compassion, wants to teach and help all the beings in all the Dharma realms. Excerpt 12. If one wholeheartedly seeks the way and ceaselessly makes focused and diligent progress, one will surely attain Buddhahood. There is no wish that one cannot fulfill. It is difficult to attain the way. When one can attain what is difficult, one can surely attain everything else. But one must first know the principles and methods of seeking. The principles lie in the word wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly means having a true, sincere mind. That is, one with the utmost sincerity. Mr. Zhang Guofan once said, "Not having a single thought arise is called sincerity." Master Huineng said, "Originally, there was nothing at all." This describes the true mind. If one seeks the way with this mind, one will attain what one seeks, because everything in the world is generated by the true mind. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas have extraordinary powers and can make boundless treasures appear. Why is it that they can do so but we cannot? Because their minds are the true mind and ours are the false mind. The true mind can create everything. Everything in the 10 Dharma realms is created by the true mind. The Mahayana Sutras say, all phenomena are created by the true mind and altered by the consciousness. The beings in the Western Pure Land make food and clothing appear at will. This is because their minds are pure. A pure mind is the true mind. Today we have numerous wandering thoughts, afflictions, worries, and concerns. We do not have the true mind. The wholeheartedly is important. Learning and practicing Buddhism is nothing other than letting go of wandering thoughts, discriminations, and attachments. When one does so, the true mind will manifest. It is true that in Buddhism, every wish can be fulfilled. Ceaselessly make focused and diligent progress. This is how one should seek. When one makes progress, one will not go backward. Focused means heading in one direction and towards one goal. Be it Buddhism or worldly pursuits, one will surely succeed in one's seeking. There are many Buddhist practitioners who seek progress in their cultivation but have little success. What is the reason? They learn too many things, and the things they learn are too varied. They are not making focused and diligent progress. Instead, the progress they make is unfocused,